Now that you've learned breathing, core stabilization, you've learned how to extend the spine, and also a practice to get better and better at connecting to those extensors in your back. You've also learned how to hip hinge while keeping that spine neutral, keeping your core braced, tying in the breath. Now it's time to develop the squat, bend, and lunge patterns specifically. Okay, so those are the patterns that you're going to focus on. As you learn these, you're going to practice them, and then just like with everything else that we've done so far, you're going to assess them. So you're going to assess your capability at these particular movements. If you want to video yourself and watch the video so that you can get different perspectives of what you're seeing. If you want to video yourself and send me the video, I'm more than happy to review it for you. Squats, bend, and lunge pattern. And what we will be focusing on as we perform these exercises is alignment all the way from the ground to the head. So we want to focus on the foot alignment, pronation, supination, external, internal rotation, any kind of movement in the feet. What we're trying to do is stay very flat in our feet. All four corners very flat onto the ground and very stable. We're going to look at alignment from ankle up to knee to hip and make sure the knees aren't coming in or out. Usually that's followed by some movement in the ankle and the foot. We want to also be really aware of keeping our back in a nice lordotic posture or a flat back posture when we are dropping down into hip flexion, whether that be a bend, a squat, or in a lunge pattern. Okay, so you're going to be paying attention to that. You're going to be paying attention to your core, to your breathing. And also one of the things I encourage you to also pay attention to at this level is the alignment of your head, simply because a lot of people, when they're learning, especially how to hip hinge, are going to naturally want to extend the neck when they extend the cervical and the lumbar and thoracic spine. So it's just kind of like arching all the way up, and then the chin comes up like this. And as we learned in the prone cobra, we actually want to keep the chin tucked, just kind of in a neutral tuck as you drop back. So you're paying attention to all of these different elements from the ground up and assessing your posture. And again, like I said, use videos, have somebody spot you. What I want you to do is I want you to learn these exercises in the coming videos, practice them, and then continue to assess. Once you have developed these three movements specifically to a level where you are absolutely confident, like I can perform that movement, no problem, my technique is good, nothing's getting completely out of whack, and you know my core is stable, my breathing pattern is good, and you know that you're ready to progress, that's the point where we think about having you start working with kettlebells and progressing from simple to complex now with that extrinsic load. So watch these three videos, bend, squat, lunge. When you've mastered them, it's time for you to move up to level 2, where finally we get to play with some kettlebells.